Definition of a hag: a witch, often seen as an old woman. Now, thinking back to this has been many years ago when a friend of mine, whose name I will not mention for privacy reasons, was actually, just staying in a room like she did every other night. Well, one night she was in a room and this woman walked in, okay? Now, her parents were outside, her family was outside, nobody was inside. But yet this woman walked in and was smiling, and she looked pretty. She didn't look nasty or scary or anything like that. And basically what had happened is the woman went away, and then the daughter was asking her mom, Mom, who was that? Nobody knew. Nobody could put a finger on it, so it was just kind of washed under the rug. Well, come to think about it, later on one of those nights, I keep almost slipping my friend's name. My friend was sleeping in her bed when she suddenly awoken, and this thing walked out of the mirror, and it was that lady. Now, she looked somewhat the same, but a little more ugly. She looked a little bit more older, and she walked up to the bed and was like walking around the bed, staring at her, and of course my friend's in fright, looking at her like, what's going on, and it went through it walked over to her closet and was going through her laundry, and what it did was it would sort out colors, like it liked certain colors. One of the colors that it liked was green. For some reason it liked green, so it left it hanging there, and anything else that it didn't like, it would drop on the floor. Anyways, this girl started losing sleep. This was starting to happen on a frequent nightly basis. Well, one of these days, my friend was sitting at the breakfast bar eating a breakfast before school, and her mom noticed that she was down, she was tired, she was out, she just didn't look good. Well, lo and behold, she said, Mom, some woman's been coming in my room. And now let me tell you guys, this house has been known for hauntings, okay? This house has been known for hauntings ever since I was a kid. I'm 42 years old now. I grew up in that house. I've been in that house when I was 3 years old, okay? So I've been in and out of that house for a long time. Well, one of these nights, whenever she was sleeping in her room, her mom was across the street, or across the hall from her, and her brother was down the room, or down the hall. Well, one of these nights, the mom heard the daughter shouting, go away, get away, and crying and stuff like that. So she heard it. So she walked in the room, there was nothing there, turned on all the lights, there was nothing going on, nothing at all, nothing out of the ordinary. But the daughter said, Mom, it came out of the mirror. It walked out of the mirror and came up to my bed. It was going through my clothes. It was going through my closet. It was doing all kinds of different things. Well, one of these days, guys, lo and behold, it didn't happen for a while. Well, my friend was down at a local trailer court with another friend, and they kind of got in trouble by the law because they were out after curfew. So when she was brought back home, her friend went back home, and of course the daughter stayed there. Well, when the daughter stayed there, the thing came out of the mirror again, and this time it was horrid. It was ugly, it was witchy, and it was laughing at her. Like she got in trouble, so it was like laughing at her. It enjoyed it. It enjoyed the pain. It enjoyed the problem. It just, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's hard for me to recall all the details. She could do it so much better, but I don't put it on her. So anyways, night after night, the mom kept hearing the daughter talk to something, and then, when she heard something, she said, you know what, I'm going to go sleep in my daughter's room, and that's exactly what she did. Well, one day she woke up and the daughter was screaming, "Get out of here, get out of here." And the mom could hear it saying something. I forget exactly what it said, but it was saying something. And the mom could hear it, but the mom couldn't see it. So eventually they ordered a psychic, and the psychic came in and said, "Your house is a Grand Central Station for spirits, but what you got lurking in the room right there is called the Hag." Now the Hag is more known for being in Europe and taking over Europe countries and stuff like that. It's not too well known here in America, but it was here in America. So they set up all this biblical stuff in there. And the psychic said, "You're going to have to tell it to get away. You're going to have to tell it you don't belong here." So that's exactly what she did. She, the night came, another night came. And, she said when it came out of the mirror, it was real ugly, but it wanted to take her into the mirror, guys. Like, that's so weird. Like, what would it do? What would happen if she actually walked into that mirror with that Hag? Doesn't it make you wonder, did it go to a whole different dimension? Why a mirror? What's a mirror have to do with anything to do with dimensions and stuff like that and portholes? I don't know, but that's what it wanted to do. It wanted to take her into the mirror. So my friend was fighting and crying, and her mom was saying, "Go away." And then the Hag turned and looked at her and was like younger again and prettier again and saying, "Please don't make me go back there. Please don't make me go back there." Well, eventually, that's what happened. And guys, believe it or not, after she sent it to the mirror, nothing like that's ever happened again. But I remember walking into that house. And I walked into the basement. Now, the basement's no way near her bedroom, but I felt like static electricity up my back. Like, there was definitely something in there. There was something going on. And I looked in a room, and it just gave me the creeps. Like, I'm like, man. That's a lot of biblical stuff in there. That reminds me of a movie. You know what I mean? That's what it did. It reminded me of a movie. So, lo and behold, the Hag eventually went away, never returned, but you could never talk to her about the Hag. I remember back when I was real young, and she was spending the night with my sister, and we were all upstairs watching movies, and I just got this idea. I'm going to look down the stairway. I'm going to say, "Hey, here comes that woman." And then I did that, and she started screaming and crying. I mean, she was flipping out. She was traumatized, and I felt really bad. And obviously it never did come up the hall or nothing like that, but still I made it up that it was. And she will never forget that. I'll never forget that. Her parents will never forget that. And I also wanted to say that within this house, there was a lot of ghostly stuff that would take place. While the brother got sick of it messing with his sister, so he went in the basement and he yelled out, "Don't mess with her, mess with me. Go ahead and take me." Long story behold, guys, both of these kids ended up being drug addicts. Okay, now they're clean now and they're doing real good. I'm proud of them. But it was like all the negativity from whatever was going on was absorbed into these guys, and they had to live it out throughout their lives. As crazy as that sounds, that's exactly what went down. So I don't know, guys. I can't walk by a mirror now and look at it and kind of not think of the Hag. It wasn't sleep paralysis. This was definitely something different because the mother was awake and heard it. The daughter was awake, yelling at it. It was moving things throughout the room. It just was not a good sight, man. It wasn't a good sight. But how many of you guys girls out there ever had any experience with the Hag? If you have, I would love for you to share in the comments below. if you enjoy content like this, there's going to be a lot more coming. Just hit that subscribe button, like it, and of course hit that notification bell, and that way you know whenever we got a new video that's launched. That's it for now, guys. I really appreciate the support. But remember, walk by one of them windows or one of those mirrors. Who knows what's on the other side of it? Who knows what's on one of the side of those mirrors when we're just looking at them? If it's a different dimension and all. That's it for now, guys. Take care.